It is started.
No, they're gonna see me without my costume. No, how could you? Son of a bitch.
You son of a bitch.
And she needs to get out of the fucking chair. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Like that. Shit. Alright. I don't know if we're good, but I think we're good.
We are good.
We're good, huh?
The arms are kind of like... I need something under these things.
The lady's shoulder pads?
Yeah. I feel like they're not good enough. People are not going to know who the hell I am.
What are you talking about? Of course they know.
Should have a picture of each of us, like
Alright.
our characters. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Forget it. I feel like
This is what the people want to see.
it's like
Prepare
this-
for Comic.
I feel like this is a good thing. Like that. This is what I want. This is now what I'm getting. You can't even see my cape. Can I see it? Can you see it?
I'm getting photos. No, you can't see it.
You can't see my cape? Whatever. I give up. So what did Kai say, by the way?
Who?
Because I have not. Kai?
He was just like arguing with one of his mods. He was like,
So his mom was like, you told me I was going to get paid.
yeah.
And his-
No, not really. But he's like, you wanted to be a mod. And blah, blah, blah.
I feel like it's out of context because, like, I agree that mods should be paid, but, like, if someone volunteers, like, it's not to say that they should be paid right away, but, like, it's an unexpected expense, and I can't afford to, like, pay that right away. Wait until, like, things get rolling, and then I can pay you or something like that. I don't know what there are some circumstances where, but
Well, since I've been dealing with contracts, it gets fucking weird. You need to sign contracts and stuff and W-9s and depends on how much they get paid, but over 600, yeah, I get that contract.
not monthly. It's like over 600 in general, right? Yes.
600 a year.
Yes. You're upside down.
No, you're the Gandalf with the titties.
Gandalf titties. Nope, I'm afraid to click that. Not risking it. And panel canceled. Okay. You guys ready? I just saw some of the
I
things.
know.
I was like,
I know.
that could be a lot of things. Okay. Welcome back to another episode of the Weekly DLC. I'm one of your hosts, Kuroshin, always by my co-hosts, Mojo Jojo
Mojo Jojo.
and Ratatouille.
Rakakuni.
Rakakuni. And if you're not familiar with us, we come to each and every week to podcasting services of your choice, from Tables, Middle Earths, Powerpuff Girls, and everything everywhere all at once is of our choices. And we talk about nerdy stuffs, comics, games, movies, everything in between. We've been doing this for 292 episodes. This is episode 293 of this 5-star rated podcast.
Damn.
5 stars across the board. One of the best on Apple podcasting services.
That's
We're
a
on
lot of stars.
Spotify. We've outlasted many other podcasts on there. I think Car Talk is gone, right?
Damn.
We've outlasted those guys.
Damn.
Those guys were at top of they were the echelon
Damn.
of podcasting, and we remain. We're getting the victory royales,
Yeah.
as some would say. But today,
Chicken dinner. What the fuck?
chicken dinner,
Chicken
winner chicken dinner.
Yes. I could
It's
have blinked that on
This is
that.
big brain,
Yeah.
big brain time.
It's too big.
Too
brain.
much. But yeah, this is episode 293 of the podcast. If you're listening to this on podcasting services of one of the many plethora that we're on, that's fantastic. But we want you to know that there's a visual treat for you waiting for you on YouTube and Twitch. You check us out on YouTube at The Weekly DLC, and links are in all the places you can find. Just search The Weekly DLC and you'll find us. And I think they're going to do that handle thing soon as well.
I got one for one of my channels.
Okay.
And YouTube Shorts.
Yeah. You
And TikTok.
can find us on TikToks.
With the hot
YouTube.
takes.
The truth, the facts.
But-
You can find us on Twitch, which we're streaming right now. For those of you listening and watching live, we're on twitch.tv/theweeklydlc, and you can join in on the chat. We have our topics. You can be a part of the conversation with us. Be a part of it. It looks like when you're staring at the screen, Mojo, it looks like you're looking at the little version of you. You're just like, who's this fool? Watch.
I just feel like I just feel like my costume sucks ass.
No, you just own it. And yeah, that's part of the visual treat, is that we're recording today's episode 293 in costume because it is Halloween. Halloweeny.
Or it
Spirit.
will be Halloween
On the day this posts.
posts.
So we're operating in 2 places. We're operating everywhere with everything.
Everywhere.
all at once.
All at once.
Damn.
Full circle.
I got hot dog hands in the freezer. But yeah, that's our normal rigmarole. We have a few good topics this week. Some interesting things have been going on. Some news involving James Gunn and his involvement with DC, the movie, the franchise, and the cinematic universe. Some conversation regarding whether or not moderators on Twitch should get paid. And lastly, we're going to be talking a little bit about the spookier side of things and what IPs exist that could get video game treatment, what that would look like maybe from our suggestions. And a little announcement. This is an early peek because it isn't, I guess, going to be, it isn't officially promoted yet, but the Weekly DLC, we attend we get invited to so many things. We've been invited to the
Red
Game
carpet
Awards.
events.
Red carpet events, the Game Awards with Jeff Keighley seating us himself. Meeting.
He's just seat, sir.
He's like, sir, I was holding your seat. We've been to PAXs, Easts and Wests, and Norths and Souths. We've been to Designer Cons. We've been to IndieCade as press. We've been to Designer Con. We're going to Designer Con as press. Small little announcement there. We're going to be going to LA Comic Con. We've been to it before, but now we're going to be going not just as press, but as we're going to be having our debut panel.
Yeah, 5-star review.
5-star review
Podcast.
podcast live at Los Angeles Comic Con
Yes.
2022.
Yes.
We're going to be there Sunday.
Yes.
We'll have the deets on that more soon and promoting it everywhere. But we're ending the note this year on
High
a banger.
Banger.
That should have been episode 300.
We can
I was
make
like,
it.
how many episodes could we record before that episode to make it 300?
We can
We
make
can.
it 300.
And this is this over. We're done. All right, next episode. Yeah, well, we could brainstorm it, but But yeah, so more news to come. But if you're in the area, you're going to see that one live. Come see us, come visit. We're going to be doing some fun convention debut podcast.
We can record 3 episodes where we just say 3, 0, 0, and then that's 3 episodes right there. Yeah.
I like breaking, never sticking to a mold, always elusive.
Yeah,
Always
yeah,
change.
hell yeah.
So that's one big announcement. Another big announcement is, all right, I almost forgot to brag even further. We're not only domestically huge. We've been to both the world-renowned Anaheim DreamHack.
Yeah.
Jang has streamed. We've also been invited to the international European DreamHack in Switzerland.
Yes.
Featured on all
Mr. International.
Yeah, we're worldwide.
Mr. Worldwide. Para.
This podcast is worldwide. So
But the most unique thing is we're listened to in Washington, so
yeah, see, everywhere.
It's everywhere.
it's everywhere.
We meet our fans. What if we just make it a meet and greet? Just like, come meet us.
I wanna go.
It's about confidence, dude. Just go there and be
Exactly.
like, we're here for a meet and greet.
But I mean, just on the Comic-Con note, I do want to like ask people to be on our podcast, like the talent, talk to their publicist, and see if we can.
At
we
the
got
panel?
not at the panel. but-
Oh, you mean like at the convention? Yeah.
LeVar Burton, Elijah Wood, like.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't. I always feel like it doesn't hurt asking
Yeah.
because they'll say no. If they say no, they say no. But there's that chance they may say yes.
Last year, I think you and I both got it where, at least for me, they sent me a list of like, what do you want to, tell us what you want to talk to or see. And I had like a long list. I think I'm just going to ask for like 5 or 6. And if, yeah, like you said, if they give it, they give it. If they don't, then they don't. I wonder, because we're the first group that's going to be in that room recording.
So you get the most time.
Well, I'm curious who's after us.
Oh yeah.
Maybe.
But they said, like, because we technically, like, we have more time to set up if we come in earlier.
Yeah.
But everyone after that gets like 15 minutes to set up after.
Well, they can set up at the beginning before it as well,
Oh,
but
okay,
they
okay.
just have to like have it like
Yeah,
put aside or
yeah.
something, or whatever, like underneath. Or
Yeah.
whatever.
I feel like we could get LeVar Burton. I
We-
mean, I'm not.
could,
I'm gonna try.
Should
We
we
got
get, like,
Andy
a-
Weir. Humble
should,
brag.
should I go to like Kinko's and get a cardboard cutout of all of us?
We should all dress up as different LeVar Burton characters. I know.
How many? Reading Rainbow,
Rainbow.
the Star Trek guy.
And then I don't know anyone else.
You know more. No. Okay. People will know. If you know, you know. Anyway, that's a few fun little announcements we got for you this week. But before we get into our topics, which I teased, we're going to go around the table, talk a little bit about ourselves, what we've been up to this week. So,
Yes. So what have you been up to?
what have you been up to, Mojo?
Nothing. Just World of Warcraft. 24/7. 24/7. I am 3 levels. I'm 77, so I'm 3 levels away from 80.
The monkey is happy.
I'm 3 levels away. I just today got level 77, and I unlocked flying in the current area that I'm leveling, which makes it so much easier.
The monkeys have been pestering you so much, you've literally become the king of the monkeys.
Other than that, like on a serious note, health wise, I've been messed up.
When was the last time you took a physical?
I don't know when, but this week I had a dizziness spell.
Ooh.
Like it was bad. It felt like I was like rolling this way, and I would close my eyes, and it would feel like my head was just over and over and over. My eyes
heck?
wouldn't stop like spinning around and stuff. It was bad. It was bad. It was literally yesterday.
The heck?
Yeah, it was yesterday. It's bad.
Did you go to the doctor?
I have a doctor appointment tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, and there's some other stuff that I haven't told you guys, but I'll wait.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll wait to see what
Health is number
the
one.
doctor
Man.
says.
Yeah, health number 1.
But like when I don't know if it's
World
like
takeover number 2 for Mojo.
So with the dizziness spell, I don't know if it was like I want to say it was food related. Like I probably took some fucking whacked out shrooms, including with my food, but it was so bad, and it was all like there was nothing to like cause it to happen other than like what I've been eating. And that day I ate 3 things. No, I ate 2 things before it happened. But I didn't eat it it didn't happen right away. It happened. I ate in the morning and then it happened. But I was like, I don't know. I don't know if it's my health, like it's acting weird, like and things will just happen randomly, or if this is like I ate something and it gave me poison or something. But I don't know what it was.
Yeah, gotta be careful.
But yeah, just
World of Warcraft.
World of Warcraft.
Making this costume?
Yes, it was.
Tell us about it.
I had like 2 weeks, and I literally worked a lot more on this hat and what else is it?
The belt, the cape,
the belt, the cape. I guess I worked the most on the hat and the cape to make it look good, and then I lost interest in making this shit.
I think those are key pieces.
Key pieces, yeah. But I feel like
And
I
the
could have made
boots?
this one better. Oh yeah, the boots. The boots took. I worked on the boots. Like I just sprayed them.
Yeah.
Did other things. Sprayed them. Did other things, and then sprayed them one more time. And that's it.
Wait, what'd you spray them with? Like spray paint?
Yeah. But
When
like,
did you do that?
it's
Yesterday?
No, like 4 days ago.
Okay. I was about to say maybe the spray paint made you dizzy.
Oh no.
Okay.
No.
Did you do all of this in a ventilated area?
Outside.
Okay, good. Because now I'm just thinking about the costume. I'm like, what if something about that?
It has
Shit.
nothing. I didn't work on it yesterday, but
Okay. All right.
yeah.
Cool. Are you doing Halloween stuff?
There's a party,
There is.
and then there's work
When's the work stuff? Are you gonna do it on Monday?
on Monday. Yeah.
Okay.
Damn.
Cool.
So there's like 3 girls that are dressing as Powerpuff Girls,
Oh. Okay.
and they were like, "We need someone else." And I was like, "I'll play Mojo." I wonder what the difference is gonna be. Like, there's gonna be like super legit costumes, and then there's mine, that homemade like shitty ass.
Authentic.
And supposedly someone was supposed to be a 4th person was supposed to be like the mayor's wife, like
Oh, the
assistant?
secretary?
Yeah, the secretary. But I don't know. I think they're bailing out of that.
Oh,
So
okay. Yeah, the one you never see her face.
yeah.
Nice.
But yeah, that's my week.
Nice. How have you been? Rakakuni.
Deuces. Choose your words carefully. That's
Damn,
good.
putting 2 weeks in the
I
podcast.
put in my 2 weeks Tuesday, and that's when I found out that my background check got cleared. So on to the next big thing.
Bigger and better.
Bigger and better. Harder, better, faster, stronger. And speaking of health-wise, I had to take a physical before I had to get medically cleared.
Okay.
And speaking of health-wise, health is important. I have really high blood pressure.
Yeah.
And so I have, granted, this is like probably the most unhealthy thing I ate this week. I don't drink coffee anymore. I cut back on caffeine.
No more soda, man?
I've been drinking cranberry, very diet cranberry juice.
Okay.
No more caffeine. Salt, almost
Salt's dangerous.
completely cut it out. I mean, that's the saltiest thing I've eaten.
Can you say what it was? Like you're like the high.
I think it was like 140.
Oh
It was
my
high.
god,
It's
dude!
pretty high.
My standard is 150.
Yeah.
I take medication for it,
Yeah.
but like
I think 120 is normal, right?
before my medication, I was chilling at like 180.
I'm going over my blood work tomorrow, so that could be next week's topic.
Jeez.
Getting old sucks, dude. Getting old sucks.
But I mean, I just eat like shit, dude. I've eaten like shit and just not care about the consequences.
Yeah.
And it's like catching up. And then so, yeah, I've been eating chicken and I fucking hate chicken. And, like I'm trying to like gauge it so I can try to do like one cheat meal a week, but it's hard. So maybe like one cheat day on Sunday. Well,
Like a whole day?
Except on Thursdays, that's an exception. Yeah, the whole day. But I mean, like, I'm not gonna go all crazy.
Yeah,
Just not thinking about it.
Yeah.
Ease yourself into it. I think what I feel like has helped me more often is a lot of little improvements over a period of time versus drastic changes in a sudden period of time, because it's kind of like your body just goes.
Oh,
Yeah,
3 days in the caffeine thing, I was like, I
Did you
want a
have a headache?
soda so bad. No, I just didn't feel well. I want coffee and soda so bad, and then now I don't. I'm tired. I'm more tired not drinking caffeine though.
Do you have not caffeinated tea, but do you have tea of any kind?
I do green tea, but
Tea, and what helps with soda sometimes is LaCroix, because it still has that carbonated thing that you enjoy. I don't know.
I cut soda off.
You
But
should do something about
I'm still gonna drink it, just not as much.
Damn.
Not
You
2
just
liters.
broke Game Over Cast Heart. He was gonna meet Soda Man at LA Comic Con.
Shit. Yeah. So that health is important. Damn.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. Shit. It's fucking. Yeah.
I feel like people don't talk about this, but health.
Yeah. No. So like it happens with work a lot because everyone makes everything. There's a lot of people that have an easy disconnect between being like, I'm working, I'm done working, I'm going home.
Mm-hmm.
Some other people are like, no, I have to do this for the team, and they take the hits and they take the burden, and I'm like, you're letting your health deteriorate, and like health is to me, I'm like, at least with the group I'm in, I'm like stressing, I'm like, don't feel bad for taking a day off, just tell me. Take the day you need, rest, do whatever you got to do, because I don't want you to ever be like, I powered through this cold. I'm exhausted. I drove. I'm like, stay home. I don't want to be like, you got to be in here or whatever. So I see a lot of that. Like I think it's everywhere. Like, and it's like that adds to that. It encourages that behavior. And it's like health number one.
New job, new me. Life changing.
I could tell.
Life-changing
You shaved.
Well,
You're like, this beard is too poor for me.
shit, that's why I shaved initially because of the job interview.
I know.
But yeah, I really don't want to buy a condo. Like, just being locked down. But for now, I think I'm gonna move closer to work.
Okay.
Is this further away from your original?
It's like a mile away.
Oh, okay.
So
So
it's
that far.
pretty close. Yeah, I think I'm gonna move towards there.
Well, if you move close enough where you don't have to drive,
Yeah,
that's like
the best.
the dream. Save on all the
And
car.
then, yeah.
Use the foldable bike. That you
But-
don't
Like
use.
Six La Via.
Once I move out, dude, the streams, we back, baby. It's gonna get lit. I want to do a lot of shit. Like, I want to have a green screen and
For your V2?
No, not for V2. I want to do like Dr. Disrespect. Let's talk about me. Let's talk about the Google prototypes, the LCD, LED,
The
1080p.
S-Fan talk show like little thing.
Yeah, like change the scene to like
Yeah.
a green screen scene.
And then you walk up to the scene and
Yeah.
you just like
It's gonna be nuts.
start breakdancing.
I can go kind of not too crazy. I can kind of go crazy.
But try to get ground level, not second floor, you know.
Third floor. No, you got to be the third. You gotta,
But that streams kind of like dead, but I'm playing what I want to play. No
Yeah.
more Ghost of Tsushima. Check the YouTube short out why I don't play Ghost of Tsushima, but I've been playing Bloodborne because like Halloweenish,
yeah.
kind of Halloween vibes, and it's rough.
What was it similar? Like, are you doing a similar run to before? What are you doing?
Same.
Oh, the
my
Blood
favorite.
Tinge?
My favorite build, Blood Tinge.
But
What's
this time
Blood
you're doing
Tinge?
blindly, right?
No. Well, kinda. Like, I'm not really following a guide.
Yeah.
What's blood tinge for those not?
So Blood Tinge is kind of like Dex, but not really. It's different. The bleed. There's no bleed. There's weapons that do blood damage, which
Okay.
is weird. So and there's a skill called Blood Tinge,
Okay.
and so
It's built around
there's only
that.
certain weapons that use that, and
And this is usually like their defense doesn't matter against this.
it wrecks not a lot of. It's kind of like, I guess, bleed, but in Bloodborne, there's a lot of monsters that
Don't have
they're weak against blood.
Yeah, don't have
blood.
a defensive against
There's
it.
a few that are not weak, just a few, but almost everything gets wrecked. And it's considered one of the most best PvP. So I want to build it to do PvP, and I don't like invading, but I want to do invade and challenge me runs, like fight against me, and also helpful runs. Like I invade someone, but I'm not there to hurt them. I'm there to show them how to play. Or warn them of stuff. Yeah. So that's the goal, but we'll see how long it lasts.
Okay. Reacts are going well?
Yeah, one more. I got to do Train to Busan this weekend, but I'm so stacked with parties.
Party.
This is my
what's your
party
costume?
number 1?
Rakakuni from Everything Everywhere All at Once. And Saturday there's a party, but if I don't get invited, I signed up for the Atlas party.
Oh,
Persona 5 block party. If I don't get that, I can go to my friend's party.
Nice.
And then your party, which is the one that everyone should look out for.
That's the block party.
Yeah, that's the block party. That's the party. Yeah. Halloween's dope. I like Halloween. Even though I didn't really watch a lot of scary shit.
Is your work, I know you're leaving, but has your work done, or is it doing anything for Halloween?
So usually people in my field, they don't dress up. But people who were doing Halloween decorations, there's a contest for your desk, TV desk decorated. But damn, I wanted to do, if I stayed, I wanted to do a Christmas. I wanted to Bruce Willis. In
you
cardboard
told me.
box.
Yeah.
And then like the Wet Bandits with like a window. But I'm leaving. So.
You can do it to the new place. Easy.
Yeah, just in time. Make a good first impression.
Yeah. People are like, oh, this guy knows a Christmas movie when he sees one.
God damn. You don't understand how important it is for like dressing at work. Like I can dress whatever
in this new one?
Not whatever, but like just jeans and t-shirt.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
That is such a godsend, dude. Because I had to dress up.
Yeah.
See, that alone is beats the counter offer. I'm just saying.
I mean, there's no work from home, which sucks. But, whatever.
Every day.
The pay is good.
Is it same hours like the earlier?
So I work fucking longer hours
here
currently, so I don't know what it would be.
Okay.
It could turn longer. It could be shorter.
But essentially, it's going to be 8 hours.
It should.
But is it earlier or is it later in the day?
They said I could pick whatever schedule I want.
Flexible.
So like on today,
Welcome to the modern era.
on Thursdays, it's just coming at 6.
Yeah.
So you can
6 at night.
Leave early.
Or sleep, whichever way.
Whichever one you want. Whichever one you want.
But yeah, excited. Got my VTube. It's not called VTube. It's a PNG tube.
Okay.
That's what it's called.
I call it VTube.
It's funny. I was curious what the landscape looked like of PNG tube, and
It's huge.
it is cringe.
Oh.
That's like the general consensus. Like if you type in YouTube, PNG tuber, just cringe, and I'm just like, fuck. I'm like, I want to be the guy that's not cringe.
But you're gonna be cringe.
No, I'm not gonna be cringe.
You're gonna be cringe.
It's cringe.
The first one you see or what?
And then I saw there's like a top worst PNG tubers of all time, and
This hour-long fucking delay, dude.
the most famous PNG tuber, like I think she plays Minecraft,
shit.
but it's fucking cringe.
That's
dude.
not cringe.
No, that one.
That.
That's horrifying. That's nightmare fuel.
Yeah. So I want to be. See, I'm afraid because I want to use the PNG tube tag. I might attract the cringe fans. That's what I'm afraid of a little bit. But we're not gonna be cringe.
You're gonna attract somebody.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Somebody.
That's funny. Cool. And fans should be expecting that soon.
Hopefully Friday. If I could get it set up, I want to do it Fortnite. Woo! It's gonna be interesting.
Okay.
And there's people that have threatened to leave my channel because I'm gonna be VTubing.
They're like, we want to see
people
shit.
don't. Yeah, people don't. You know who he is. I'm not gonna say the guy's name, but yeah, they threatened to leave. I was like, it's nothing different. I just have an avatar. That's it.
Let me guess. Do they use McDonald's Wi-Fi?
No.
Oh, okay. I have no
Dude,
idea.
he's going to become more. Fuck. Damn, you guys don't understand. I cut back. I noticed
What do you
how
mean cut
shit
back?
salty is, dude.
Oh, on eating.
Pho and ramen? Dude, I used
Yeah.
to eat that weekly, and I'm like,
It's salty.
hey, I don't
Why is it so spicy?
even like
Salt is gonna become spicy.
fucking salsa, dude. I'm like, damn, this shit's salty. I mean, like, use salsa like very little now.
You're like Bubbles from
Oh
The Wire.
my god, dude.
You're gonna have to start making your own meals, dude.
Well, I've been eating Chipotle.
Personal chef,
Chipotle.
dude. You're getting a raise. Personal
I
chef.
know. Oh yeah, dude.
We got him right here, dude.
Yeah.
Ratatouille, or what the fuck was
Yeah.
that?
So, been playing Hades, which is kind of weird. I don't know why. Because I saw it on my Facebook memories, and I want to still get that emblem, but it's
The 100?
I'm so far. No, I already did that.
Oh, okay. Which
But-
emblem?
So you know how like Diablo has like those character emblems.
Yeah,
if
yeah.
You do certain things. There's the last one for Hades. You just have to have a lot of darkness.
Oh,
I'm halfway. How many hours I put into this game? 300, and I'm using like.
but you're not like saving the darkness. You use it. That's why, you know.
Well, I mean, you have to use it because you have to purchase it.
Oh,
So it's like it's stacked, and you purchase it, and you
Oh.
purchase it, and I'm doing the most efficient way too,
oh shit.
which is crazy, and still it's gonna take me forever. But yeah, Hades.
Nice.
Hadith.
Cool. Yeah, for my my costume is Gandalf. It's a tried and true. It's one of my favorites for many reasons. I love Gandalf. I love. Lord
He's
of the
gotten
Rings.
younger.
Huh?
He's gotten younger.
He's gotten younger. You know, in his early days. You know, the Ring of Power show just came out. You know, it's
yeah.
connected. I was like,
Yeah, you're supposed to jump forward like 10 years.
yeah. But I also love it for many other reasons because I like costumes.
I
That
like this Gandalf.
It's the turning of the tide.
Just show history.
I'll do that PNG too. What's it called? It's one of the, I like costumes that are like there's some level of comfort to them.
Yeah.
Both for conventions and just for anything. And so I was like, all right, an excuse to wear sweatpants and a gym shirt to work. Okay. So only so we had our work one this past Tuesday because our the most concentrated in office days for our office is Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And they're like, let's just do it at the start of the week, get everyone in, do a whole thing. And I feel okay saying this here. I'm going to say some stuff that the phrasing could have been better. So certain things were done at this event. I'm going to kind of critique it. It was an outdoor event. There was a bunch of activities. People are dressed up. There's like photo booths for people to take cool photos.
This already happened.
This has happened.
Okay.
There's photo booth for people to take photos. It's fun party kind of stuff. And then there was food being served, and you pay, and the money's all of the fun. Anything you spend was going towards charity.
Okay.
All this was like, okay, they're organizing and putting together Get Site, and then they had a costume contest at some point. I got robbed. I need to make that very clear.
I think you mean rocked.
I got robbed.
Rocked.
You know why you didn't win?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. So number one was some lady, but she was terrifying. She just did like a simple, like ghoulish lady with wet hair with an additional head, but the makeup was like top tier.
On point.
It was very simple, but very effective. I was
yeah.
like, all right, fine.
Let you have it.
Second place was a Pennywise, but it wasn't like a makeup and everything. It was like you bought it at like a Spencer's or something.
shit.
Those cheesy ones.
Yeah. Oh, and it was still like kind of like the movie version, but it was you throw it on and
It
that
was
was
a mask.
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I've seen there was a prior year where someone did like full makeup, and I was like, it was really well done.
Yeah.
Got second. I was a little like, okay, fine, whatever. The third one, have you guys seen Monty Python and the Holy Grail?
Yeah.
Do you know Tim the Enchanter?
No.
I don't remember.
At the end or near the end, there's a bearded guy with horns, and he's like, "Some call me Tim," and he just throws fireballs,
Yeah.
and it's like for a minute or two. a guy at our office dressed up as him, and he looked at me as like, wizards stick like, and I know him, so I was like, you're not a wizard, you're an enchanter, get off. He got third place. I was like, what the and it was like, I'm like, man, I had my staff with a crystal light and everything. I yelled I did the lines.
You shall not pass.
Yeah, it was outdoor in the quad and everything, and he just kind of like, hi everyone, Tim.
I'm dead.
Funny thing was his real name is Tim, so it's like it worked. So it was funny. And then there was group costumes, and they typically like to get like large groups of like the entire team is like we're all OG Star Trek, and that was cool because they had like red shirts, yellow shirts, blue shirts, and they really did well because they did 3D printed like communicators and like all this stuff. And I was like, they should win. And the judges were like, there's 3 judges that were sitting there reviewing.
They're like their costumes too plain.
I don't know what they didn't say how they judged, but there was another group that was all in black suits with sunglasses.
Men in Black.
They won, and I was like,
Cheesy.
If they did the dance, I would.
no, they didn't do that.
Cheesy.
And the third group did a bunch of FedEx delivery people, which was kind of funny because we work in airplane stuff.
Tony Stank.
And then, so then that's the costume stuff. Then they had some other activities, and one of them was to throw pies at executives' faces. Like, not executives, I'd say leaders, like various leaders in our organization at this site that are known. Guys, girls, whatever. They weren't just any pie, they were cream pies.
Ooh, whoa.
Exactly. And they were announcing what everyone could go do.
Ooh.
To people. So imagine, just put that in your head together.
Anybody can cream pie his face.
No, just this person.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
They subtly knew what they were doing.
man, it was.
Unless they're that fucking oblivious, they fucking.
Some people are.
Damn.
But it was. I was like hearing that. I was like, I was eating something. I was like,
Did you watch? Have you seen Borat 2?
Yeah.
And my favorite dessert, the cream pie.
Something's stuck in my daughter. I need help. Yeah, but it was fun. Like everyone on, like when I was sitting on my desk, I was doing meetings and stuff as Gandalf. I was just walking around. I was like, "What's up?"
You should let pass.
A lot of people. That's the number one. I always forget. Like when I first start doing it, people are like, "You can't pass." I was like, "What the? What? Why?" I'm like, "Oh shit, yeah, yeah. Aha."
So at work, everyone's like, "Oh, you should let pass." Ah.
They were trying to tell me like, "You can't pass." I was like, "Haha." Hit him with the stick.
Bonk.
Bonk. So that, and then I've been watching anime. I've caught up on My Hero Academia. Beautiful stuff. The animation's amazing.
When are you ever gonna finish One Piece?
When they finish.
Exactly. It's not. That's not.
I'm caught up,
I
which
know.
feels so good.
One Piece Red.
I was.
Uniqlo.
That's
Tomorrow
that's
or today?
next week.
Oh, holy shit.
One Piece Uniqlo?
That's gonna sell out.
I already got tickets.
I think
No.
everything's gonna sell out.
The Uniqlo.
Oh, the Uniqlo.
clothing.
You're right. Yeah, that's gonna sell.
Oh,
It's today. It's today then.
Oh, okay.
There's that movie?
Yeah, the movie.
Oh, shit.
They even did like a Casetify thing
But you didn't get one.
because I just got this one. I was like,
You
I'm
didn't get one.
no, I
Not
can't.
a true fan.
Um,
Not part of the One
Peace.
Piece Cinematic Universe.
Yeah, I guess.
OPCU.
Yeah.
Mm.
Kevin Feige. I finished House of Dragon.
But it was good.
So as long as you don't compare this to like OG, like the first seasons of Game of Thrones, I think it stands on its own 2 feet pretty well. It's not as good. So like trying to like not make those comparisons helps.
So our first guest,
Yeah.
he saw. I don't know why he was watching House of Dragons. He's like, "Damn, I should watch Game of Thrones." I was like, "Bro, like
Yeah.
Game of Thrones is really fucking good." I know the last 3 seasons suck, but
Those early ones really good.
really
Yeah.
fucking good.
But this, I think the ending, this season kind of just sets up, kind of like I would equate this season to what the first episode or 2 did of Game of Thrones, how that kind of just spurred a series of things into going. I think this season just sets up a bunch of things to go.
We just gotta wait a
You
host.
gotta tell me something. Did they reuse the theme song from the? Game
Yeah,
of
100%.
That's so lazy.
I mean, it's such a good song.
I know.
Like Harry Potter did it for the was it the
Deathly Hallows.
no the Grindelwald, the Fantastic Beasts.
Oh shit! I didn't even know.
Man, that raccoon
Yeah, he
does
just
not
doesn't want to be.
They have that as like the intro. It's a little modified, but then they brought back the composer, and he did themes for some of the new characters and scenes, and it's good. It's still very good. Like there's some new pieces, but the intro, it's literally just
It's
updated map.
not as good as One Thing.
He every day sends me those. Yeah, at Beetle Bomb. So yeah, did that, and then working on other costumes for block parties.
Oh shit!
I
The
think I'm
Block
ready.
Party.
The block party. So yeah, that's been, I think, everything. Oh, Magic. I had perfected this deck. I love it so much. It's literally like my One Ring.
Yeah, but
I love dragons.
You're never gonna use it.
No, I've been using it so much. So I made it. It's the ultimate, like this is the dragon of dragons in Magic. It has this ability where it doesn't even have to do anything. It just sits where it is, and it makes you be able to play all other dragons. So it's just like this king of dragons.
So if someone else plays a dragon, you can play the dragon.
No. I'm just saying, like, no matter what other, you don't even have to play certain types of dragons. It lets you play every color.
Oh,
It's
okay.
all colors.
Okay.
So that plus I can just pick whatever dragons I want of any kind and put it in this thing. And I put all my favorite dragons in it. So I'm like, this is the best dragon deck. But I'm now making a Sekiro deck. It's based around this samurai that slashes and dashes.
Damn.
So that's been fun. Here, you guys want to get into topics?
Let's do it.
Cool. Let's start off with Mojo Jojo's topic.
So Mojo Jojo would like to pay his moderators. He doesn't know how much to pay. No. So moderators. So they could be volunteered. They can be recommended. They can be picked. But should moderators be paid? And this comes from Kai debating with one of his mods, who originally his mod volunteered to become a mod, but now is looking to be paid, and he's saying, "What the hell's up with that?" So, what do you guys think? And I would have to. I'll start since I'm like bringing up the conversation. I don't know the circumstances between Kai and his moderator, but if a mod suggests himself to become a mod and you allow him to become a mod, I think that there should at least be some time before you talk about payment. I don't know how much time was given with this, or if he just became a mod and he's like, "Where's my payment?" But that's an expense that I wasn't expecting, like as like a streamer, like, well, as an unknown streamer. So I wouldn't be paying this person right away. I'd like build up and then maybe start like, giving them like, I don't know, 100 a week or something like that, or something to like help him maintain some type of like thing for me. But I think in the beginning when you volunteer, and I like, I didn't expect that you're just like volunteering for, I'm assuming, for free because I can't afford it.
What do you think, Last Bosses?
I think it depends. I don't know, because
If I'm well off, I should be paying the guy.
the problem that I see is if I became big, I would have multiple mods.
Mm-hmm.
Not every single one of them are going to be equal, as in when it comes to how well they mod. So, like, I don't know.
But I think, so let's go with that conversation. I think that, like, let's say like you have one big mod, like he is your main guy. He like is always like, his main job is to be your mod, not everyone else's mod. And you pay him really well, like, like a livable wage, if anything. So then his job is just to like mod everything, but he can't do it 24/7. So then you have mods that like, you know, hop in when they have time and stuff like that, and you're paying them like a lot less, like not even a livable wage. You're just paying them a something amount. And then you have even like worse ones. And then I think that you do have volunteer mods, or like I volunteer. I like if I have time, like one day out of the week, I will mod for you, and I expect them to do that for free if they're volunteering, you know. But I also do want it to be a conversation where like if they do it for some time, I want them to hit me up and be like, hey, is this, am I still going to be doing this for free, or could I get paid for this? And I'll gauge, you know, like how much they've been doing, what they've been doing, and then be like, yeah, I can cover you for like so and so amount. But like honestly, when a mod volunteers, I'm assuming they're going to volunteer for free, for like at no cost. Well, at least when I'm a small time streamer. If I'm a big time streamer, I don't expect anyone to like volunteer for free, but I still think it would happen because some people just like they want to give to the streamer regardless of how much the streamer is making, kind of thing.
I think also like I think people don't understand what like a mod should do. I think what most people think a mod should do is just make sure nothing crazy happens.
Mm-hmm.
But I think they're kind of like the welcoming committee. They're more than just they're the welcoming committee. They whatever tone or vibe you have set for the stream, they have to like set forth that example. It's not about just banning people or giving people warnings.
Right.
Like you have to really make people feel welcome and stuff. Like it's yeah, I don't know why people want to be mods. I think when people always ask me for mod, it's just like it's not just banning people or timing people out. It's for me is you got to be welcoming and set the tone of the.
But I don't think you can expect like all mods to be doing it like that. You know, like if
so
it's
that's why they shouldn't get paid.
well,
I think it depends on what the function is. Like if another stream doesn't require that type of activity from a mod, like if they're welcoming and all those things, all they need them for is X, Y, or Z.
Yeah, like if a mod gets if someone volunteers to be a mod, I'm expecting them to only like to be that mod that people think of, where like they're banning people, they're restricting people from doing things. But if I'm paying someone, I expect them to be doing like the flow of how the stream is going and matching all that stuff. Well, like I expect them to be a little more than just a mod, you know. But they could also just do the mod stuff. Like it depends day to day. Like, you know, gauge what's going on.
I think it also depends on what your stream is.
Yeah.
Like if you're a VTuber and you have to set up a bunch of stuff and do all this stuff, you can't be looking at your chat. Then you need someone to look at chat, engage chat. If you're able to, if all you're doing is talking in the chat, maybe you have the mods do something in the background, like audio-visual equipment. I don't know, something like like something interactive that helps get things going because they can program or something.
Yeah.
I think it's very dependent from my understanding of what they can be ban, keep things in line. They could be curators of conversation. They can be technical support. I think it's whatever that streamer is making their channel be. And to me, I think it goes down to being about setting expectations both at the start. Like if someone wants to offer their services, both parties need to be transparent about like what is expected out of that. What do you want out of, like, if let's say I'm streaming and someone's like, hey, can I mod for you? Like, what are you hoping to gain from this? What are you hoping to, what is this giving to you? What value is this giving you? And what do you hope to give to me? Like, what is your expectation of what that entails? Like if I start, like in my head, I might be like, why didn't you set up my Patreon? He's like, I just want to mod. I'm like, no, but I expect, you know, for like that's not clear. Setting levels, and I feel like for big time, that's where it gets dicey, in that transition to big time, but also the big of like maybe they set tiers of like, hey, I need mods for these periods of time or these days or whatever, or this number of people, and I have different levels. It's almost like your own little. I feel like when you're that big, and how many. Do we know like what the average like big time streamer, how many mods they have?
I'm assuming the big time would have a ton, because like they have to have someone there at all times.
Yeah.
And like there's thousands of people watching them, so like they have a few different ones that are watching them at all times. I know like Co Carnage.
Mm-hmm.
He pays all of his mods more than a living wage. So like it is their full-time job to be his mods. But he's built like a community around like his streams. So he has a podcast, he has all these different things. So he's making a lot more than what he would handle himself. So he has all these mods for that and stuff. So
yeah, I think if you have a team, you set up an organizational structure. It's like, okay, I'm the producer, the runner of the show. I need a lead mod who I can trust on big tasks. I need him or her to delegate smaller tasks to smaller mods. This is what I'm expecting of them. This is what they would gain from doing this. That just clout, opportunities, growth, whatever they want out of like it could be experiences. It's almost like when they do internships. It's like, this is an unpaid internship. Are you still interested?
But like when
you go in knowing what it is.
I feel like as a small time streamer, I wouldn't try to get someone like that.
No. I'm saying as a big.
Yeah. But as a big time streamer, if I were to like look for someone like that or even have someone like that, I would love to be able to afford to pay them like a more than a livable wage. Yeah. Because that's going to be like their full time job. Like they're going to be like, coordinating with different mods and telling them what to do and stuff like that, and setting dates like, hey, you go watch during this time, you go watch during this time.
What do you think, in your guys' opinion? I think this is where some of this stemmed from.
$50 an hour.
Huh? Okay, good to know. You're a small-time streamer. You've made it big. Someone that came in as a small-time streamer, as a mod for you, agreed with you. You agreed with them. They now bring up the idea of getting paid. What do you think happens then?
I would gauge because like if they're still like you're saying it's a small-time streamer
they've just blew up. Like so some small-time streamer is streaming. They have someone modding for free.
I see.
And they're like, yeah, I just want to mod. Like, I like your channel. I want to be a part of it. Whatever the reason is, I'll help. I'll help you. I'm a friend. Whatever. Either that or it's a streamer. I'll be your mod. All of a sudden, you become huge. You got You're like not ninja level, but you're big enough where you're making. This is a full time thing for you now. You're making multi-figure kind of stuff, and then that friend's like, they come up to you and say, "I'd like to get paid."
Then I would like at some time build or like have a meeting with them, just like a one-on-one, like either personal like one-on-one or like on Discord, go one-on-one with them there, but explain to them like, hey, I'm willing to pay you, like you brought it up, I'm willing to pay you, and then tell them like different categories. Like if you're doing just the modding, like just the banning and unbanning kind of thing and keeping the chat in check, I'd be willing to pay this much. If you're willing to like go a little more with that, I'd be willing to pay this much. But like if you're staying like, if I don't know how much they were in the first place, but like if they were only handling one day out of the week, I'd be like, I'd recommend you not be my mod anymore because I'm not gonna be able to like afford everyone a single day kind of thing.
What do you think?
It's hard to gauge. Like, I mean, like,
well, what goes through your mind when you're thinking of it?
I want a mod, and you're
I don't
big.
think it should be paid to
ever.
I think it would have to be a mod that not only does modding, but he or she would have to do like editing or some other stuff with the channel. I think modding in itself, when you're that huge, there's so many people that would do it for free.
Yeah.
That's why.
There is, but like you can't trust those people.
True.
Like you would give them the mod abilities.
To throw it back at you, like making like friends or mods, man, just going to those TwitchCon panels and people, it just like friends and business doesn't fucking mix, man.
It's true, but like I wouldn't
mix.
Well, it depends. Like if I get big and like one of you two wanted a mod, I would gauge it from there. But like mostly,
I don't ever want a mod.
Okay.
I'm putting it out there. It's a hard job.
So when you ask me for money, you're never money.
No, I'm not gonna ask for money.
But this is to say that I turned huge. I turned into a ninja. But what was I gonna say? Shoot. I wouldn't reach out to my friends for that. I would have people reach out to me like, hey, I want to mod for you. I think you're a cool guy and stuff. I'd give them the modding abilities.
And I wouldn't randomly pick a mod. I would pick a guy that's been subscribed for a while and good repertoire.
Well, yes. Like I'm not gonna like. I'm expecting the person that's come up to me like he's been watching me for quite a while. He hasn't been like he just doesn't hop in and fucking hey, let me mod for you, kind of thing. But I would gauge them. I would give them like mod for like a week, a month, and then I would gauge it from there. But ultimately, I would pay the person.
Okay.
I would not, because so many people would willing to do it for free.
But I'm not willing to let them do it for free, I guess is what I'm saying. Like there would be people doing it for free for me, but like when someone is doing a great job, like it's just like he's killing it. I'm just like, dude, you were doing this shit for free. Like I'm willing to pay you for the job that you're doing now, kind of thing. But like that takes time. Like they are doing it for free in the beginning, pro bono, and then I see like, dude, you're always on it for me. Like I appreciate
I might be willing to pay someone, but not like I can't do like a wage. Like I feel like, because first of all, that's not a livable wage. I mean, depends on how big you are.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
Like yeah.
But I guess.
But I think that it's one thing that makes it even harder to gauge any of it is it's not a standard occupation to kind of be like, what's a competitive pay?
Yeah.
What's something that wouldn't? I don't want to like. I'm paying mine $10 an hour, and someone's like, "What the fuck? I'm living off this. Like, I bought a house off this." And it's like, what? Because it's just so erratic. Like what everyone's willing to do, what they do as a mod. It's such a broad term, and the level of responsibilities can vary. So, yeah, I think it definitely varies on what the tasks are being asked. What you can afford. I think, yeah, but the thing I think that's a trade-off with like going the free route. If you're saying like in what I think of as not as a deal breaker, but more of a risk or a challenge, would be you have to start gauging like, okay, people that like you have to start going through the whole. I gotta find someone. I gotta vet them. I gotta see if they understand my style. Like you don't want someone that's like banning people left and right when they're making jokes that they think is inappropriate. But you're like, no, dude, it's fine. Like, I'm okay with that. Or whatever. So you have to go through that versus being like someone who gets you, but they're like, can you just pay me? It's like there's a trade off there of like the convenience, but yeah, you gotta do within your means. So I think it goes back to like this whole thing being the Wild West of it's uncharted territory of it.
But like there's different levels. Like if I'm like a number one streamer like Ninja type stuff, I would definitely have like multiple mods that I'm paying. But like if I'm making like $100,000 or less, I probably wouldn't have a paid mod. If I'm making $200,000 or less, I'd be willing to pay a mod $50,000. Well, like
I think it goes also
with
not just with your income of it, but what are they doing? Like what Jake
said.
What are they doing? If I didn't have a person doing that, how much more difficult would me doing what I'm doing be?
But
would it diminish anything I'm doing? What are they at? Where's the value being added?
Yeah.
And try to assess that. Like I would have to start rationalizing that, and then also weigh in how much can I afford to be like, okay, if I were to do something like that, and then this is a value, how much of that can I be like, this is what I can offer? But, or maybe it's not clear cut. Maybe it's not just money. Maybe it's like I'm giving you time with me. Modding for me gives you opportunities to like you. Maybe you're isn't that how Misgift started? He was supporting someone else's channel.
Nice Poseidon, cameraman.
Okay, so in a technical capacity, but that gave him knowledge. Like if you got one-on-one time with a pro. Mm-hmm. Like I would say that's valuable. That isn't just. It doesn't have to be money. It could be like you get to sit down with
the connection.
Doctors of Disrespect and see how they go, what thinking they do. The connections is another
I know
thing.
that happens in like everywhere. Like you're in it for the clout kind of thing. Like you're in it for like.
No, I'm not even talking clout. I'm saying like you get to understand how Steve Jobs works, even if it's not like charging you.
Yeah.
Like I get to see like firsthand how did he get success
But
without reading like what people studying. I think that's not clout.
The thing is, like, once someone gets huge, like, you know, ninja status, shroud status, anything like that, there are moments like that where like someone is getting close to you because like they want to understand like how you're doing this and stuff like that. But I don't want to like. Personally, I don't want to come off like that. Like, I don't want to be like the person that like I'm big and you should like, you know, be like the fact that you're in my presence should be like you're like well off or something.
No, not be in my presence. I get that. I think that's the clout part. I'm saying if I can teach you stuff, I think that's valuable. And if that's valuable, then I don't necessarily have to pay you income. I could just take some time and talk with you and be like, do you want to do a similar thing that I'm doing in a successful way?
It's like that Twitter thing that went viral. Would you rather get $100,000 a dinner with Jay-Z? Did you see that? People are like, $100,000. Why the fuck would I want to get dinner with Jay-Z? Like, knowledge.
But for the mod thing, if I'm paying the mod, I've already chatted with them to what I expect them to do. And if I'm like a small enough streamer where like I'm making enough to pay someone, I expect that person to become like a full-time mod. Even if I'm like not paying them a livable wage, I don't expect them to like stay on there 24/7, but I expect them to like whenever they're in my channel to do to cover like the vast majority, like not just like the modding thing, but like make sure my stream's working, tell me if anything's wrong, like, you know, reset things if they have to, kind of thing. Yeah, and as I get bigger, I'd probably pay them more and expect them like a little more from them too. Yeah. But I'm not gonna pay someone and just be like, yeah, just mod. You know, I'm gonna explain to them like, I expect this from you for this. And I can pay this much. Would you be willing to like accept this? And if they don't, then I move on.
Okay. Cool. Next topic.
It's the next topic.
Next topic.
DCU is due, but they recently announced the new heads
For
of DCU.
The
Kevin, James Gunn, and Peter Safran.
Mm-hmm.
What are your thoughts? What do you think's gonna happen, and what would you like to see DC?
I'm unfamiliar with Saffron.
I'm not sure who he is, but
He's worked on some stuff. I'll pull up that stuff.
Okay. But James Gunn's done a good job. Baby Driver, right?
What?
he got the bag. A long time ago, when Marvel fired him, I gave Marvel the donkey of the day.
Yeah.
He gets hired by DC. He makes the Suicide Squad. It's okay. The beginning was cool. But then he gets rehired by Marvel because Marvel's fucking dumb for letting him go.
Peter Safran's a producer. He produced several of James Gunn's films, and he's done a bunch of other stuff too.
So they've already worked together.
They have a working relationship of sorts. Yeah, I think it's interesting because I think being the cohesive, like pretty much what they're hoping, I think, a Kevin Feige to be for their studio or for their brand. It's like something that we haven't really seen until Marvel really kind of orchestrated it, where it's like someone who's just orchestrating this larger thing. And while each thing needs to stand on its own feet, it needs to be in this cohesive, bigger picture. And it needs to all logistically be like, okay, we do this, we do this, we do this, we do this.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be rough because it's something that they've been trying and they've been kind of failing, stumbling their way through. They have to be committed to it. And it seems like they're trusting them. And I hope they do. I hope that there's a bit of, we might go into uncharted territories, but like see it through. There's so many times where senior leadership panic at the slightest bit of faltering. Like that happened. If you look at Marvel movies, if they panicked at Thor 2, if they panicked at like Iron Man 2 and 3, then they would have been like, all right, cancel this, cut that project, do this. But they saw it through. There was a bigger vision. They were making it happen. And it, as a whole, it's successful. But if you look at it like that, it might not seem 100% that way. I think James Gunn is talented as a filmmaker. I hope he can do this role. He's not like the best consistent. Like we were saying, like we had higher hopes for like the Suicide Squad, for instance. But I know Peacemaker did really well, and I've seen a little bit of it. The humor's like that one is they get to just spend time doing all kinds of cool shit. And same with the Guardians films; they've all been pretty good. And he's got a good record. It's just not like immaculate. It's not like a Tarantino, I don't know, or something like that. But I just want them to be, if they're planning on doing something like this, commit to it. Don't half-ass it. It already sounds like, and I understand this with like they're trying to keep the successful existing projects continuing, and they're trying to revamp other things. So I'm curious how they'll make that work because it's gonna be messy. For instance, the Joaquin Phoenix Joker film that they're doing a sequel to, that exists in a separate thing, whatever they're doing. But then they're planning, and I don't know I think the Matt Reeves Batman stuff is gonna be its own thing, which is it's successful, but I don't know maybe they'll down the road do something else. But then there's Aquaman, there's Wonder Woman, they're continuing with the Flash stuff. There's now Shazam, there's Captain Marvel, Shazam and Black Adam. Sorry, that's what I meant. And I mean, also a big announcement was Henry Cavill returning as Superman, and all those things. So, can they just keep that cohesion? I think.
I just hope they give him like ample room to like breathe, rather than like, even though he is the name in front of the thing, they still tell him like how to do the work, because that's where like I feel like restrictions like that cause them to like not be able to do their best work. And at least with like the Guardians of the Galaxy movies, he fucking killed it with those two. What specifically, like the first one was really good, and I would say Marvel seemed to have given him free reign with that one, you know, and he knocked it out of the park with that. And then I don't know what happened with what was it, the Suicide Squad? I don't know how much room they gave him, but I heard that
he got to do whatever he wanted.
Oh, he did. Okay.
I think that's why it got weirder.
Oh,
because it went back to his gorier.
Yeah.
Trauma. Yeah.
He's done like Slither, right, and stuff like that.
And before that.
Yeah. Okay.
He's done weird shit.
Yeah, but like I just want to, I guess, free reign with telling him a direction.
Talk about a glow up though, from B movies to he's like moved up like crazy.
His first one, big one from after stuff was the Guardian one, or no? Like I feel like that threw him into like the A-list stuff.
To me, one of my favorite films from him was Super.
Oh yeah.
But I don't think everyone likes that.
Yeah. It's very dark. Very dark.
Directorial, Tromaville, Hamster PSA, Trauma Edge, Slither. That was, I think, one of the bigger glow-ups.
Okay.
PG Porn. That was like a 8-episode TV series where they were making it look like porn was about to happen, but then the guy would he's like, "You ready to drill?" He's like, "Dude, I'm just trying to fix you. Like, get off me." It was funny. Then Super, movie 43. He did a segment of, which I think was, that movie as a whole wasn't that good. Then Guardians. So like Slither, Super, Guardians.
They just need a Kevin Feige. Well, I mean, it's good that James Gunn kind of knows the process since he worked under Kevin Feige. He needs to hire. He needs to do the Marvel way, where hire like new director. Don't hire the Zack Snyders. Bring in some fresh talent. Take fucking risks. Do it the Marvel way. Make a cohesive story. But take some fucking risks and use some directors that are just fucking just out there. Like
The James Gunns of now, maybe.
I mean, James Gunn, the girl who did Eternals, fucking the guy who did Shang-Chi. These are like guys that haven't really like done mainstream fucking movies. They've done independent movies, and then they give them free reign. Here, do this Shang-Chi movie. It's like, holy shit.
Here's a question: what if who would be a request of yours?
Fuck, I don't know that many indie directors. Like, oh yeah, well they
Like if you gave them free reign.
yeah, they approached Marvel to do the Loki show, but they turned it down.
Yeah.
They made a fucking awesome movie.
It fell.
Yeah, so
Gotta learn to
yeah,
keep your
the
hats
Daniels. The Daniels. Who else, dude? Like I don't watch that many indie films. Bong Joon-ho, let's just go fucking nuts, dude. Let's go fucking crazy, dude.
Yeah. That'd be wild. I'm trying to think of others. Who is there any that come to mind for you that are like not like
The guy who directed The Raid. Let's just make a fucking balls to the walls like
Yeah, like
I
like,
would. Oh god.
people like that, because like the ones that already done it for Marvel, like you can't really grab them. I mean,
Why
I
not?
guess you could, but like people would talk mad shit.
So
They'd be
what?
like, shoot, they already did Eternals. They already did fucking this thing. They already did that thing. It's like,
What's wrong?
they don't talk shit about James Gunn.
Yeah.
but they will when he chooses them.
What have you got, Jon Favreau?
Edgar Wright.
See, this is where I was going to lead with it. I want to see the new folks, and I want to see folks with a very distinct style. Edgar Wright. I don't know if they could do.
Scorsese.
That'd be funny.
A mafia fucking
Um,
DC film.
Who's I gonna say? Fuck. Edgar Wright. There's some. Oh, Guillermo del Toro.
Oh.
Because they were gonna do a Justice League Dark at one point, and that got squandered or squashed or something. Just let him do weird shit, like with the macabre side of things. Fuck it. Grant Morrison was gonna work on the Flash in terms of the script. Let him do Invisibles. Let him do Animal Man. Like imagine a proper Animal Man. Let him do his All-Star Superman, like with Henry Cavill.
For sure,
like,
dude. That'd be kind of cool.
And also, you can tell some of these actors, like, I know Henry Cavill he hasn't spoken too much of it, but the fact that he's back, I think, shows some, like, level of, like, he wants this to be something, like, that people stick with, that people can look to. I like, even though I don't care for the Black Adam movie, I like The Rock kind of playing raw for everything, to be like, let's, like he's been doing a bunch of interviews where he's like, man, it was frustrating, like, we've been wanting to do Black Adam for like 10 years, 15 years. And like the execs were like, no, not this, not that. So, yeah, like have people that are passionate about this stuff too, like involved in all parts.
Just make good shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna watch Black Adam.
But like that's, I feel like saying just make good shit is like really hard to do, because like
Of course.
one thing that it's like people will like one thing and then you won't. And then you'll like something, and then other people won't.
That's with everything. But
Yeah.
I feel like with saying that, the intention is, and this might be mixed because we're now saying do it the Marvel way. We want a cohesive.
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
And so there's almost like this weight where it's like, are you a slave to the cohesiveness? Does that become like a burden where we're like, no, we can't do this because this has to make sense, canon. And I feel like that's the balance that like James Gunn and this Peter guy have to be, is focus on making good shit, but like just make the minimal like shifting and guiding you need to do to like be hands off, but like keep it all cohesive. I think that's a balancing act. Denis Villeneuve, the Dune director. Imagine him doing like Guardians of the not Guardians, Green Lantern.
Yeah.
Some crazy shit. I don't know. Spike Lee.
Spike Spiegel.
I still believe
Lobo would be funny.
Oh yeah. Lobo, who would do that?
Here's the thing though. I saw this is so wild.
I'd pick.
Do you
right.
think, since James Gunn is DC now, it's possible. I saw a tweet. It's possible that a Marvel versus DC can happen. You think those two studios can get together? I think Marvel has leverage.
I think they would do a special. I don't think they'd do a full movie, but I think they'd do like a one-off TV special or a mini series or something, where they just get some of their they'd rib each other.
That would make money if they did a Marvel versus DC.
Yeah.
Thor versus Superman.
Even I feel like the way they would maybe if we don't get it directly, it would just be like the actors all get together. Like you see Tom Holland, and then you see Henry Cavill, you see Dwayne Johnson, and you see Gal Gadot, and then Ben Affleck, and you see I don't know.
They're singing Imagine.
And it's just like a Conan O'Brien skit kind of thing. Like they're just ribbing each other kind of thing. I don't know. I could see that being like the nod way of doing it, but I would want to see something more direct.
The thing I think they're going towards, which I don't like, like you said, there's different versions of heroes. I think they are trying to do the multiverse, and I think we're gonna see Joaquin's Phoenix Joker meeting up with Robert Pattinson's Batman. I
hope not.
I know. I don't want that. I think that's what they're gonna try to do.
And I think that'd be sick.
I mean, if it's done well, then shit. But I'd rather not deal with the multiverse. Just make one.
I'm okay with the multiverse as long as it's like
around with pigeons. It's just not much.
Do it in a way that enhances the overall thing. Use the properties that it would be okay, this would make sense here, or this could work here, or this feels refreshing here. If it feels like it goes against the grain of a project or something, don't do it. Have it feel right. Be like, are we doing this for the sake of doing this, or are we doing this?
But that's where I feel like it gets difficult to know if you as James Gunn, I think he's more aware of what he wants to do and what feels right and stuff like that. But as other people around him, the people that work for DC and doing this stuff, that's something that they're less aware of that.
Yeah.
And they just care does this sound like a money making idea? And if James is no, it's gonna turn into one after we settle the playing field of who we're setting in, and they're well then no, we don't want that, and it's just well, I can't do anything about that then,
You walk.
Well, I guess, but I think that these people around James Gunn are self-aware of what decisions we can make right away and what not to do right away for him not to leave, because I'm sure they'll make decisions where he's gonna hate it, but they're not gonna tell it to him in his face.
Yeah, I mean maybe
they're gonna try to cater to him and then be oh, that idea, let's pin that, let's talk about that later, and then later they're hell no, we're not gonna do that shit, fuck that shit.
Maybe. I think one move that, at least in the public eye, would be a cool move and would win a lot of public favor of this direction, would be if he revived that Batgirl project. And was we're seeing it through, we're gonna do it.
They'd be hell no.
He's in charge.
But they're gonna tell him no.
I'm saying, let's say he says that call, they go with it. I'm saying think of that direction. What could that
It's hard to imagine, but okay.
Use the big brain. Use the other one. What things do you think could be this is positive moves? If they got directors, or if they announced, if he came out at Comic-Con and said we're working towards this event.
I think when it comes,
be the seller to get fans in, or would it be we're working with these actors, or we're working with what do you think would be?
I think when it comes to the public eye, there's things that people care about, and it's what movies you're gonna do, what event you're leading to, what actors. But when it comes to stuff a director, I feel it's more advanced, people that follow it more rather than just a straight face value of like, oh, this actor's gonna be in it. That's cool. Or like, oh, they're gonna do this show. That's cool. But because a director, like,
Hear me out though.
they need to be.
If the director's George Lucas,
Okay. Yes. But like when
would
you
that be
announce like
huge?
the dude that played Dune, they'll be like, I don't know who that is, and they
Fair.
won't make the connection.
Not everyone.
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
What do you think? What would be like a oh shit?
I care about writers, directors, and story arcs.
And I don't.
I'll never watch a movie because of a fucking actor. Like, oh, I like that actor.
I do.
I'm gonna watch a movie.
So
Like,
like
that
Robert
girl-
Downey being announced as Tony Stark.
I mean, I didn't go there because Robert Downey is there. Like, I don't care about actors.
I don't know. I was just asking.
My favorite actor is what, Denzel Washington and Tom Hanks, but they'll make a movie. I don't go out to watch it.
You didn't see Equalizer?
I did not. But I don't go out of my like, yeah, I care about writers and directors in story arc. So if they do Tower of Babel,
What?
I'm down. I'm down for that.
Just like Tower of Babel.
Yeah. It has to be a Justice League because they want to do the Marvel formula. They have to do a JLA storyline.
Okay.
So
But what if they choose like Lobos? What if
Lobo?
like I think with Lobo, what if Edgar Wright did it?
Sure. I just mean like, what would be a big enough thing for them to announce to be like, things are shifting.
Yeah.
Like, whoa.
But I think
it would be crazy. Let's say, I don't know which director. Edgar Wright does Green Lantern. Ryan Reynolds comes back. That'd be fun. I'd be like, whoa. Damn,
he'd
that's kinda
probably,
interesting.
if they announced it, he would try to get it back
Taika
too.
Waititi.
He would like run up and be like, let me do it. But I think like the route that they have to go is no longer like the mainstream route, like the Justice League route. I think they'd have to go like the Marvel, the way they did like Guardians of the Galaxy, like someone smaller and blow them up, and then later on bring it back to like the Justice League or something like that.
Yeah.
But I think
it'd be mixed.
they need to do like a reset essentially.
The
I think
Sinister Six.
Yes. Secret Six.
Yeah, Secret Six.
I think if they went the non like group like JLA type of route, I would want the like what would be like what I would hope would then become like the definitive Superman movie. For them to bring him back and be like, we did it right.
We already have that. Dick Donner.
The second coming, the second coming,
The excitable Superman.
to be like they finally did Henry Cavill right or
Yeah.
something. I don't know. Like I feel like if it's not JLA, it would be Superman because they like Batman Dark Knight Returns.
Yeah.
That was like people were like that was one of the best
Yeah.
films
Yes.
for a long time. Like that was always being compared.
So you can't expect to come out with a Batman movie and be like it's
No, I
bigger
mean
than
Batman. They could. I feel like they've seen so many good Batman
that. Yeah,
movies
yeah.
that to get like that level of for a Superman would be real. I would be like, whoa, they did it. Like cool.
So Superman.
If it's not a JLA thing, I think JLA Justice League would be definitely the more likely route because it's like we're bringing a tour de force. Everyone will like something like kind of thing. Like crowds will be like, I like this part, I like that part. Like, oh my god, did you see they do this cool shit, this bigger story, whatever. But they've kind of already kind of been there, like you're saying. So I'm just trying to think of like other ways.
Okay.
But it'd be cool. I mean, they're not like I know on the movie front, it's been very inconsistent. Like I think it's the outliers, like the Jokers or the Batman and a couple of things here and there, Shazam and other stuff. But their shows are solid. Like they always I think do that part really well. The Harley Quinn show, fantastic. The Doom Patrol show, underrated. Like it's really good, and they go into some of the weirder shit that like Vertigo Comics used to do.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that I feel like Doom Patrol is up James Gunn's alley. Like it gets weird in that space, and then Peacemaker. I don't know. They could do more with that. They could like that's the character where they're like this was no one, and because they got John Cena and James Gunn was doing it, it became such a like it made and it elevated the story and how they did all that elevated it.
Yeah.
Like how you're saying of like it's not what people know DC for, but it became something cool. So who knows? Be cool. Cool. Anything else?
Next topic.
Final topic. Spooky time.
Spooky time.
Kind of just wanted to do a little fun little back and forth of like what existing properties from other things like movies, shows, books that haven't been treated like Alien have gotten Alien Isolation. Not Resident Evil. Other thing I can't think of them off. Other things. Godzilla has gotten video game treatment. Other things. What property or horror thing would you want to see get a video game adaptation? And can you give a pitch of what that would look like? I've got just like a list of movies that are like horror movies pulled up to kind of give some ideas.
Because you gave me like, because you're saying like the horror movie thing, I'm thinking of like Drag Me to Hell.
Okay.
Like that type of comedy / campiness.
Yeah.
In a video game too.
Okay.
And like it's self-aware that it's like it's a video game and that it's campy kind of thing. I think that'd be really cool.
Okay. That'd be nice.
I mentioned it last week. Squid Game.
Yeah.
But it's a game where like shit is like invested where you can help people and then people will betray you like towards the end of the game.
Yeah.
So it's just like, what the fuck? He betrayed me?
Or
Marbles would be the hardest game.
or
You kind of like Among Us, but like make it Squid Game, but like I don't know, just give that Among Us feel. Like,
Yeah. Something a little bit more engaging. I was gonna say something like Escape from Tarkov,
oh shit.
but with the movie Nope, where it's just a big ranch.
Mm-hmm.
monkey, you gotta hide from a monkey.
Yeah.
Hide under a table.
They should be like their place, the other person's place. And then like there should be like a random couple of buildings, and if you go into the wrong random building, you just start hearing like a monkey, and you're like,
Wrong room.
yeah, that'd be I think could be like I think Escape from Tarkov style, but
Yeah.
like with horror being
Yeah.
involved would be freaky.
You'd be like in a house and occasionally like the UFO goes over and then rain, human body parts everywhere.
Jesus Christ. I'm looking here at other movies. Train to Busan.
Oh,
I think
like a survival horror.
I'm thinking that could be one direction. Another one is if they just go high octane, and I don't know if it'd be accurate to the film, but if they did like that one game we played at PAX Angryfoot,
Oh yeah,
where it's just fast paced
Yeah.
and you're just zipping through, and if you die, you die. You restart.
kick a fucking zombie and shit. That'd be pretty sick. And then I saw you had Trick or Treat on there.
Yeah, Trick or Treat. Yeah.
I think a game like that, but like you're a random creature or like character that is a monster that just does things, and like people could kill you essentially. They could just reach out and like do things. So like one day you'll be like the vampire girls, right? And then there's one day you can be like the Sam, the little kid with the main character. You can be like those kids that like are ghosts that had died and stuff like that. And then they can introduce new creatures and stuff. And then always you just go around causing havoc.
Uh-huh.
But like then like if it gets too much, military gets involved, they kill you, and then you have to restart with like a new character or like the same one if you want to.
Okay.
Or if it's like a randomizer, maybe
Okay.
different characters every time.
I don't think this has been done like an Exorcist game, like Exorcist or The Conjuring, a game.
So you're a priest.
You're a priest or Ghost Hunter.
Would it be like a narrative type game where it's like you're figuring things? Okay.
The closest thing is like Phasmophobia,
Mm-hmm.
but not really, because you don't really exorcise someone. You just like try to figure out the ghost.
Okay.
And dang, dude, have you guys seen The Conjuring?
No, I don't.
There's this like fucking scene that's so intense. Like, they're ghost hunt. They're real life ghost hunters based on a real life couple, and there's this thing where they say, yeah, there's this music box. If you play it, you can see the ghost. And she decides to play it, and there's a mirror in the music box. I'm just like, yeah, damn, that's fucking scene. And the song is creepy. I'm like, man, dude, James Wan is. I had never seen Aquaman, but I can't judge his like action directing, but he knows how to make scary ass fucking moments, man. Holy shit.
Damn. Was The Conjuring the one with the clapping?
Thunderclass?
Where it was like.
So I know there's a game they play, and then the ghost decides to go. I think so.
I was living at a friend's place, and they were all wanting to watch that movie. I'm like, I'm not watching this movie. I had to walk around the house with headphones on because I'm like, I don't want to hear anything. And I would want a JRPG of Midsummer. Just like you're like, hey, let's get our party to go to this thing. And
It's like all these people, and then
and then like betrayal moments, and then like character goes missing, and this, and they're like, ah! And it would be JRPG. But like not really. It would be kind of like Undertale, like but more dark.
Yeah.
Like weird mini games start happening, and you're like, this is like, oh shit, that game was supposed to signify like mind mutilation. I don't know, whatever. I was also thinking of like, the beginnings of Fallout.
Mm-hmm.
There should be a game of just that with a story, and it's 10 Cloverfield Lane. I don't know. Did you guys ever see that?
Yeah.
It was where they're in a bunker.
Yeah, and then
Just like, it'd be kind of like Fallout meets Hello Neighbor, where you like if he keeps looking around, but like in the Fallout bunker. That's creeped the shit out of me. Any other ones? I can't believe we didn't say this one.
I want like this is something that exists, but I want like a modern like Unreal Engine type thing, but like a Godzilla like kaiju fighting thing. But I want like bigger, better, because a lot of them's been like pixelated, like low graphic stuff where they're like you're viewing them from high up and stuff. And
there was somewhere there. Nope. Where it was movies? A GameCube era. They were doing some, but they were kind of like cartoony.
Yeah. I want like more realistic.
They would move so slowly.
God damn, dude.
How does he make it? I mean, it'd have like different things. So like Godzilla wouldn't move like the way it normally does. Yeah. He'd be more like Power Rangers type like abilities and stuff, but more realistic, like look more like him in real life than fake.
I can't believe we didn't say this.
Which
Saw.
One?
Just like your puzzle.
Yeah.
Trying to figure shit out. Okay, I got a good one. The Thing. And so the way the game would work is you and like
it's Among Us.
I know.
So who is the Thing?
It's pretty much Among Us.
I know. Damn, kill my joke. That's all I got.
But that'd be sick. Like just revamp Among Us, but with like
just a mod.
Yeah.
Barbarian.
Nope.
Yeah, I gotta escape.
I'm trying to look at other horror
in
things.
A cave. It's crazy.
Man, I know a lot of people like Barbarian. I think it's mid, but there's 2 scenes in that fucking movie that are just fucking fantastic. It's very. I don't like things that are predictable, but there's a scene almost towards the end. I was like, oh, it's the oh shit moment. That's what people all have been reacting to. I was like in the theater, holy shit! I did not see that fucking. Very good setup. I'm like, that's very good writing. The way they said, whitest kids you know, comedian, directed and wrote it.
Yeah?
Justin Long. This is the key to a good horror movie.
Zac Efron was supposed to play Justin Long's.
I'd believe that.
Yeah.
But Justin Long does it better.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I mean, Justin Long looks like a nice guy, but he did play it well. because he plays a dick in Barbarian.
The movie
Square
that
footage. Does this add to my property value?
Stupid.
Damn it.
Cool.
So the movie that you were talking about?
No, that was it.
Oh, okay.
I don't have any more.
Yeah,
Pet
Mom.
Cemetery.
It's like Animal Crossing,
Yeah,
but not nice.
with a dead pet.
Dead pets.
Just always like random different dead pets that you can invite into your village.
Mm-hmm.
Man, if you guys ever have a chance or read Pet Cemetery, it's fuck. That ending is gives me creeps, dude.
I was going back to our old VODs, and do you guys remember when we were doing in peak COVID when we were doing the Animal Crossing
Yeah.
episodes?
Yes.
It's so weird, like, because I'll pull them up in the beginning, it's just us like, you guys ready? Yeah.
I remember the Game of Thrones one.
Yeah.
Heads.
The Valorant one?
That actually has. I mean, it's not like a lot of views, but it's one of our higher viewed.
On YouTube?
Yeah, it's one of our higher viewed.
But we had to do something. COVID is happening. Couldn't meet up.
No, I know.
Not the Animal Crossing, the Game of Thrones one.
Yeah, but Valorant and Animal Crossing was what I was talking
Oh,
about.
Valorant. I remember that. Jeez.
Those first games, though, were fun.
Yeah.
Man, these episodes are so
The
crazy.
sex ones are the ones that sell.
Those are the best. Maybe that's what we do at the
I
convention.
know, right? Why? Ooh-woos.
We have to wait for episode 369.
Yeah, the sex ones, the Joe Rogan ones, Game of Thrones.
The Joe Rogan's OnlyFan one. That shit. It's huge.
No hot takes on this episode.
Our shirts are going to start taking off, man. That sounds wrong.
I'm not.
Got taken down.
No one's taking their shirts off.
Yet.
No. Ooh, Gandalf.
Getting titties?
Didi Gandalf.
Can't find it. Okay. I'll find it later. Cool. That's all I had.
Yeah.
Halloween's right around the corner. I'm excited.
Halloweeny. When our listeners listen, it is Halloween.
But when our viewers listen, it isn't. Existing in two places.
I'm excited about 2022 has been a good year.
This
lot of good
year
stuff.
is passing by so fast. Too.
Yes, that too.
It's about to
It's almost
end.
November. Fuck. And then it's gonna be December. Fuck.
Game Awards.
LA Comic Con.
2023.
Yeah, I wasn't
Yeah,
excited. To be honest, I wasn't excited to go to LA Comic Con. And then they have them like,
Gandalf with titties.
like, show me the meaning of haste.
You should just do Gandalf with titties. Like, just buy a fake like
You know those
cleavage.
no, there's like the body suits for the upper torso
Yeah,
where
yeah.
women wear for it's like muscle.
Yeah.
But there's the ones where the guys wear where it's chest. I'll wear it under this.
Yes.
So I'm not showing it, but I'm
Yes.
just like,
Yes.
You gotta cut the thing to a V.
No.
do I hold an egg?
Gandalf with titties.
Change your request for Jay. Ask for Gandalf with titties holding an egg.
I mean, I could
He's
just
like-
commission another one. It's like, what are you drawing now?
You know,
It's like,
you,
it's for the money.
you don't want to be those cringe guys, but you're being those cringe guys.
No, he's breaking
No,
barriers.
it's different.
Changing the game.
It's different to you. It's not different to anybody else.
You gotta think Big
Inside
brain.
the box.
big brain.
It's the
Inside the
context, not the appearance.
Cool. I think that's it for our episode. This has been episode 293. Guys, where can people find you?
They can find me everywhere. Cold Marmalade, all social media.
At the last bosses everywhere, all at once.
You can find me at the turning of the tide on the third day. Look to the east, and you'll see at Cujo Prime.
Do you say Weast?
Weast, yeah. And you can find us all at the Weekly DLC. If you ever have any inquiries or anything, let us know. Hit us up, message us. We do have a Discord. It's linked in every one of our podcasts and YouTube videos. Check it out. It's also on our Twitch channel, so check that out. We got Discord, YouTube, Twitters, socials, all of ours, everything. You want to leave a review, you're more than welcome to. We welcome it all the time. We are 5 stars. And yeah, thank you for joining us. This has been episode 293. When we have more details about the panel stuff, we will let you know. When we make other appearances, we will let you know. If you'd like us to make appearances, let us know. And until next time, well,
DLC.
You later.
Trick
I
or
was
treat.
waiting for that it will part.
I know.
Wanted like
I wanted to trick you. It was like,
damn, this thing is